everybody, this is Stitch1993 and welcome back to another underrated games video where I talk about games that I think are pretty underrated. And today is one I'm pretty sure is really underrated because, well, let me just start from the beginning. So this month is April, which of course is the main holiday is Easter. And I was going to do a whole Easter themed month with each video being either about something on both the candy side or the religious side, just something that invokes the Easter spirit. Well, YouTube has kind of been a little bit harder with uploading movie videos recently, so that kind of went out the window. However, most of the rest of these videos for the rest of the month are going to be Easter centric, and today is kind of one of them. So, I love doing video game reviews, and I do one every month, and I was trying to look up a video game that had to deal with eggs. Now, yes, the first one that probably comes to a lot of people's minds is Billy Hatcher, but here's the thing. What else can I say about Billy Hatcher that not every other video game reviewer has done? So I was trying to look up other video games that had some sort of Easter theme to it, mainly eggs, because that's kind of the easiest thing, to put in a game. And I didn't want to do like Easter eggs. No, I actually wanted to do a game that centered around eggs or, bunnies or something like that. That was, not a really hard and expensive game to find, because I try not to talk about expensive games on this channel. I try to talk about games that are just easy to find in the wild or, easy to buy off of eBay or cheap to buy off of eBay. And, this was one of the few ones that came up when you kind of just search egg-themed video games. It's EggMania Eggstreme Madness. This came out for the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox in September 2002. There was also a Game Boy Advance version, which we won't be going over, but from the gameplay I looked at, it's kind of the same thing, just, with the graphics of a GBA game. So, what is EggMania Eggstreme Madness? Well, would you love to find out that it's a Tetris-themed game? I was so happy when I found out that it's Tetris-themed, because Tetris is just kind of one of those games I've been playing since I really could play games. And not only do I like the Tetris game, but all the other weird Tetris versions of it. So like Hatris and like Puyo Puyo, and really anything that has blocks falling down and you trying to match them up, and then they disappear after you either make a line or get enough of a certain color. It just really itches a little part of my brain. So when I looked this game up and looked up some gameplay online and saw, oh, it's Tetris, I'm like, well, now I have to buy it. And this game was actually pretty cheap. I think I got this copy at a game store. I'm playing the gameplay you're seeing here is from the Xbox version. I believe I paid maybe about $5 to $8 for it. It's probably about that same price if you go online. And let's get into it. So the main game is the EggMania, and there is a story mode, but you also have other modes that I'll go into a little bit. And it's mainly you versus the NPC, and you're not trying to get the highest score like you do in Tetris and other games. No, you're trying to get to the top, which is this little egg guy's friend in a hot air balloon. And each level you're playing as a different character. I played this game for a while and could not tell the difference in the characters. I think they're just different skins you can choose. There's a lot of cool ones. You've got samurai, you've got robots, you've even got one that kind of looks like the devil, and then you just got some random colors thrown in there. And so you still have the blocks falling down, but what you do is you have your little guy, you press the A button, I believe, and it pulls the block down, and you set it where you want to set it, and then you try to get to the top. Now you got to make sure that there is balance. You can't just make a straight line, because it's going to eventually crumble, because some of the blocks can only take so much weight. So you want to build a heavy base, and once you get enough sturdiness, it will then actually cement it in place, and that's how you get points. And then later on, depending on what you put down, you sometimes items will be dropped down, like bombs and other things that you can throw at your opponent, whether this is a multiplayer game, so whether at the person playing with you or at the NPC character, and it will just keep them from it helps you get to the top, not faster, but keeps them from getting to the top quicker, and sometimes it can even destroy some of their blocks, so they have to rebuild. Who made this game? Good question. Looking up, it's from this company called Hot Gen. Now, I was like, I have never heard of this company. I try to find information on them. They don't have a Wikipedia page from looks like. No, they don't even really have a website. But from the looks of it, they mainly did a lot of those plug-and-play games from the early 2000s. Ones I could find that seems to be connected to them is like the Disney Friends plug-and-play, one of the Pac-Man plug-and-plays, Hannah Montana plug-and-play, and that SpongeBob plug-and-play where the nose is the control stick. Okay. And then, of course, who published it? It was Kemco. Kemco is known for a couple franchises. They haven't really published anything in the US since the early 2000s, EggMania being one of their last games they published. But they are mainly known for the Top Gear series. They also published that Kid Clown game and Ghost Lion, two pretty sought-after retro games. A couple others that they've published is like Prehistoric Man and Rogue Ops. So this game kind of just I remember seeing it all the time in stores and just like looking at the title, looking at the box art, and I was like, well, that's cool, but I never like picked it up to look at the back, to look at the instruction manual or anything. So it wasn't until just last year that I was like, well, you know, I've seen this show up in a lot of retro stores and gaming conventions. Let me check it out. And it's actually a really fun game. Now, I did mention there are other modes. So you've got Bomb, which is really just instead of trying to build it up, you're just trying to destroy the other player's setup as quickly as possible. You've got solo mode, where it's just literally you're trying to do get to the best score or trying to do the fastest time. You've got survival mode, which is basically the same thing as the main story mode, only it's just endless. So if you just want to play endless mode, go to survival. You've got custom, where you can just customize all the stuff for all the other little modes. And then finally you have tournament mode, which apparently you can play up to 8 players, either locally or I guess online. And yeah, you just choose between regular EggMania or the bomb mode. And yeah, then you just take turns and see who wins. And honestly, this is just a really fun game. If you come across this in the wild for any of the 3 consoles, I would highly recommend checking it out. It's such a colorful game. Between every level, there's little animations with these little egg guys, and they're really cute. Very colorful. I love the soundtrack. It's very beach vibe, very upbeat and happy for the most part. And yeah, just got some pretty decent graphics for an early 2000s game. As I said, this came out in 2002, so we were just getting into the next generation of consoles there. And yeah, and so this is the part of the video where I always have to ask, Have you played this game? Have you even heard of this game? And if so, did you hear about it later on in life, or did you grow up playing this game, and what fond memories do you have of it? And yeah, if you can think of any other egg thing games outside of Billy Hatcher and this one, of course, that don't cost an arm and a leg, let me know. And if you like this video, I've got more Easter themed videos for the rest of this month. And until next time, thank you and have a good day. Bye bye.